want your business to go to another level. You must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Do you have passion for your business but feel like your finances are falling short? Running a business takes more than a great idea. It takes a solid financial plan. Mitchell Consulting can help you turn your passion into profit with their financial advisory services. Get the financial guidance your business needs. Contact Mitchell Consulting to learn more about their passion to profit capabilities.
Hi, this is Toni Harris Taylor, the networking queen, here with another great conversation with one of our Purpose, People, and Profits book collaborators, Mrs. Michelle Mitchell. My name is Toni Harris Taylor, and I'm the CEO and founder of Drastic Results, marketing and sales coaching, where I help entrepreneurs to get known, get connected, and get paid to make 6- and 7-figure businesses. I also am a Network and Action Global Partners franchise owner, where I help business owners to make the connections that last a lifetime. And then I'm the host of the Viral Networking Conference coming up October 4th through 6th, where we bring together business owners to learn the marketing strategies to take their business viral. All right, so enough about me. Let's talk about our guest today and author, Michelle Mitchell. Michelle, how are you?
I'm good, Toni. How are you?
I'm doing great. So in your words,
Founder of Mitchell Consulting, where we help 6- and 7-figure business owners bridge the gap between their passion and their profit through financial literacy education, bookkeeping, and accounting and consulting services.
awesome. And you're based out of where?
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
And your people run work everywhere, or your clients are everywhere, right?
My clients are all over the United States, and so are my team members. So.
Awesome. So now what's the story behind your business?
The story behind the business is that I reluctantly started a business. Actually, my assistant just reminded me it'll be 13 years on Wednesday, 13 years ago. And I started because I had a knowledge base in accounting and finance, and I didn't want to go back to work.
Right. Okay.
After my daughter was born, like I was laid off while I was pregnant, and like just didn't want to go back into that rat race.
Okay, so you decided to do what looked easy and took on entrepreneurship.
Well,
I swear
I know, right? It wasn't that straightforward for me, though.
Okay.
So I had a knowledge base in accounting You know, I had been in corporate accounting for years. And just looking back on my journey, Like, that wasn't the intention when I started. I just didn't want to go back to the corporate world, right? So what do I have to do? Because I still needed to make an income, right? I still needed to make an income. And I was an accidental entrepreneur because I started in a direct sales type of career that transitioned into what I'm doing today. But I'm so thankful for that experience, because that experience really laid the foundation of how I work with clients. It really
did. That was 13 years ago.
Yes, that was 13 years ago.
Wow, very good. So what's the inspiration? I get it that you started the business out of circumstance, but what's your inspiration for staying in business, if you will?
Yeah. So my business has transitioned over the years. So I started, my children were little, they were young, and that's why I started. But what keeps me going is the impact that I'm having on clients. And now the impact that Mitchell Consulting has on my team. Like, we provide livelihoods for them. And that is so important to me now. And it keeps me going, and it keeps the drive going for it. So, because it's not all about me anymore.
I can relate to that so much. When things are hard, I think about the people who I have to feed.
Yes.
If it were just me, I'd just be skinny. But
exactly. You could eat cereal for dinner, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But I have others depending on me. And so that's the inspiration for me as well as serving my clients, because I feel like I'm convinced wholeheartedly that without what I do for my clients, that they would be lost.
Yes.
They would. Same with you and money, because people don't like the money part.
People don't like the money part. And it's the one thing that entrepreneurs don't understand when they go into business, because they go into business for, what did I say before? Their passion. Or what they are really good at, what they're educated in. That's why they start. But then soon you realize, like, oh, I got to pay attention to these numbers over here. And I just don't I'm not a numbers person. I hear it so many times. I'm not a numbers person. Well, if you're going to be the CEO, which you all should be aspiring to be, you need to understand some numbers. You don't need to understand all numbers, but you need to understand some numbers. And that's where we come in to help educate you in that.
I love it, because I'm not a numbers person.
Right.
But I was telling someone just last night, they were saying, the small business failure rate's still too high. It's 90%.
Yeah.
They asked me, why did I think that was? And my thing was marketing and sales. Because here's the deal. If you market yourself and then you can sell, then you can buy somebody who knows the number.
That is a true statement, Toni. You can buy somebody that knows the numbers, right?
You still got to know your numbers. I get it.
Still got to know your numbers. But you can pay for somebody that can do that for you.
Yeah.
But before you market and you sell, you have to do a few other things first. Okay. You got to know where you're going. You got to know, like, where your vision. Where is your vision and that trajectory? And then you got to identify, like, what can I sell that costs me the least, that I can get the most gross margin on? So then you need somebody that knows the numbers to help you figure that out. But really, it is based on you as the entrepreneur, because you got to do what you're passionate about. So now we just need to monetize it in a way where you can increase profits while you're doing that thing. Right?
I love that. Yeah. Love that. Reminds me, we probably should talk. Okay. So what are some of the biggest challenges you face as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm just going to be very transparent about this.
Right.
I am an accounting professional. I have a degree in accounting. I have a master's degree in organizational management. I have another master's degree in career and technical training, right? I'm educated. As an entrepreneur, I kept bumping my head up against that 6 figures and could never cross the line. Why couldn't I cross the line? I'm a smart woman. What was it that I kept bumping my head up against the 6 figures, but never could cross it? And my reason is that I was trying to continue to do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
By myself.
Mm-hmm.
So not only was I marketing, I was sales, I was customer service, I was customer delivery. I was trying to be a CEO, but not really. And then I had 20 bosses, right?
Right.
That was the biggest aha moment for me, is that, do I want to be a professional technician or do I want to be a CEO? And when I decided I wanted to be a CEO, I had been in business for like 8 years.
Yeah, I actually didn't come to that realization myself till last year.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because my assistant is on maternity leave, and I rolled into CEO, so there's some things I'm like, I don't.
Right. Right.
And it's a challenge to let go and trust others.
It is a challenge. But here's what happened for me. When I began to let go and to truly step into the CEO role, my revenue doubled. Like in that 12-month period that I took that first step. The 12 months after that, it doubled again. The 12 months after that, it doubled a little bit more than double, right? So now I'm creating momentum. So if you're calculating the numbers, yes, we're on that trajectory of the 7-figure business, right? But it's because I had to realize that I could no longer do my best for my clients being distracted with all the other 17 things I had to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I totally, but that is a challenge for sure.
It is a challenge, and it's difficult to do that. And where I see most entrepreneurs have the difficulty is trusting themselves that they can be the provider of income for another person.
Yeah.
You can. It's hard to take that leap, though. It is. But once you take that leap, that's where exponential growth begins to happen.
I love it. I love it. So most entrepreneurs have a burning desire to have an impact on the world. What impact would you like to leave on the world?
My burning desire is for entrepreneurs not to be in poverty and have some financial literacy under their belts. Because what I see a lot is, being on the inside of businesses, is that it looks like they're doing well to the outside world. But when you're on the inside, like it's messy, but it's messy in the middle anyway, right?
Right.
So I see on the inside of these businesses, and I see that they're really not making the money. They can be making the top line money, but they're not bringing home the bottom line money, the profit. And that's where I want to help, is close that gap so that you can bring home profit. So now you have profit that you can transfer into your personal life and get all the financial desires you ever wanted.
Wow. I love that. Now that sounds like the profit first model. Is it?
It is a profit first model.
Okay.
So it is a profit first model, but it's not all parts of the profit first program itself. Yes.
Okay. Very good.
But I'm telling you, for the clients that we call them small plate accounting, that we do small plate accounting for, they have more cash. And what is cash?
King
Thank you. Or queen.
or queen.
Right.
So now you've got this business. You started when you had babies in Michigan. How did you grow your business? Did networking play a role? And if so, what?
Yes, networking has always played a role in my business, even from the very beginning. Even before I had a business, my husband is one of my biggest advocates.
Okay.
And he's out there in the community and he works in economic development. So he sees all of these little micro businesses, right? And he would micro businesses and nonprofits, and he would tell them, oh, my wife knows QuickBooks. She can help you with that. Oh, my wife can do that. Oh, my wife. So his word of mouth first helped me start the business. But networking has played such a big part in what I do because I really haven't had advertising dollars spent within the business. But I like to develop deep relationships with people, not like I can develop a surface relationship, but that's not where you get the longevity, right? So some years ago, I was a part of a program that helped you create QuickBooks training courses like that people like then businesses could sign up to. And I stopped being part of that program years ago. The owner of the company reached out to me last year and she said, I would like to partner with you because we met in 2014 and I've been on your email list since the day you started and you're doing amazing things. And I want to partner with you with the SBDC of Michigan to teach QuickBooks training classes.
Wow.
Yes, that was a paid gig.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like I hadn't been part of her program for years.
Right.
But she reached out to me with an opportunity because she liked my newsletter. I kept in touch with her.
You kept showing up.
I kept showing up.
What we teach, right?
Yes.
You have an impact. You can't have an impact by just putting a business card in someone's hand thinking they're going to call you one day. You have to keep being in front of people. That happens to me all the time. And kudos to you for putting those things in place so that it will help you to stay connected to your network. Network is everything. Just curious, have you done other forms of marketing like paid ads or have they worked?
I've dabbled in it a few years ago, but it got me a few results, but for the effort that it took to put into it, not the type of results that everyone claims that you can get.
Yeah.
Nothing
beats networking.
Those personal
relationships and personal connections and doors opening.
Yes.
So so you and I are definitely on the same page.
Yes, for sure.
So the next question is, what's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken in business?
The biggest drastic step, the one that I was like, I wasn't sure about, right? Is I hired a coach and it cost so much money. My husband, like at the time that I was talking with her, he was like, how much did she say? I'm like, I know, right? Yeah. But investing in a coach, not only do I still have a relationship with her, I'm not even paying her anymore. But she's one of my biggest fans. And it just cultivated other relationships within that group. So me stepping out to hire a coach, and I didn't have the cash flow really to support that, but I took that step anyway, because I believe in what I do. I had to prove it, put the money put the money on
Right.
it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Most people are not ready to
They're-
invest in a coach financially. In
No.
fact, I tell people, if you can just give me that kind of money, you're not my target. I
Right.
need you to be able to stretch. You know why?
Stretch.
You're going to do the work.
Yes.
You're going to show up and you're going to do the work.
That's right.
But I think most entrepreneurs, the first time you invest in a stretch coach, that is so drastic. But if it's the right coach, and it sounds like yours was the right coach, like she's a connector.
She is.
She helped to open doors for you as well.
Yes.
And I tell anybody, if that coach is not a connector, don't invest in them, because honestly, you'll make your money back through the relationship.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because they're high on you. Plus, for any financial people who are watching or reading this, you must invest in business coaching because all their clients need financial services.
Boom. Boom. Every single one of them.
So it just makes sense.
It makes sense
to invest with a coach that connects and will help you grow your business. But let me tell you, it is painful.
It is painful. It is painful. But looking back on that decision, because that was in 2019, I think, looking back, it was the best decision I made for my business. It really was. And for myself, because she stretched me where I didn't think I could stretch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The other thing is that you are so close to your business, you can't even see. Yeah. The coach can see. You don't know what you don't know. And it's important so thank you for that.
Yeah.
So how do you measure success in your business?
I measure success by the impact I'm having on my clients and now my team. My team is so important to me now. I have helped my team members buy houses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I don't Rudy Pooty nickel and dime them. No, these are professional people that are on my team, and I pay them as such. Wow. So when you come to Mitchell Consulting and you wonder why it costs what? That's why. Because everybody on my team has a master's degree, which wasn't intentional. But come to find out later, after I was like pulling their information together, every person has a master's degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
It says something about you too. Mm-hmm. They even want to be with you.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So how do you balance profitability with staying true to your purpose and values?
I do what my vision and my purpose is first, and the money will follow.
So what's your vision?
My vision is to help entrepreneurs out of entrepreneurial poverty, especially women.
On what scale? Because that just sounds general to me. So on what scale do you want to accomplish that? Oh, here I go coaching.
I know, right? Specifically, like in the next 12 months, I want to help at least 100 people with that. Okay. Like one-on-one helping them. That's what I want to do.
So can
sure.
We're having a real conversation here. If they're in entrepreneurial poverty, how can they afford to work with you?
They see the value in what I do first.
There you go.
And we're going to get you there. If you can just start, we will get you there. Everyone that I have ever worked with made more money and brought home more profit into their life, not just their business to pay business expenses. I mean profit, real money, assets that you can purchase with real money. That's what we're going to do.
I love it, for especially women-owned business.
Especially women-owned business. And the reason I chose women, and it's not that we don't have male clients, but women have a unique situation where we're the caregivers a lot of the times, not only of our intimate family, but our extended family as well. So if you're doing well, everyone else gets to do well. So I want to make you profitable so that you have what it takes to make everybody else in your life profitable. And it may not be with money. It may be with knowledge. Because your babies are watching you.
That's a good.
And they are gleaning more from how you do your work than the money you can bring home. Because now that I have adult children, they are telling me the lessons that they've learned from watching me. From watching me be there, from listening in on maybe difficult conversations I've had to have with a client, you know, and how I resolve that situation. Because difficult situations come up, right?
Yeah, of course.
And they've seen me actually navigate through that. And now that they're in their 20s, like they're applying those lessons to their own lives. And they see how I do business, not just what I can get for them, right?
Yeah.
And that's what women, they probably don't see it in the beginning. And when their children are little, they don't see it. But mine are in their 20s now. They grew up with me doing this.
Yeah.
And now I can see the fruit of the labor.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just saying, even if you don't have money right now, you will. You will. I was in the same boat. I didn't always have money.
Yeah.
But you will get there.
Yes. And you need to have, listen, take it from someone who's tried the do-it-yourself method or don't do it. More and more so, most people are not tracking their money, period.
Right. They're not tracking their
money.
They don't want, they put blinders on, right?
Exactly.
They put if I just have enough in my checking account, right?
Yes.
That's all they think about. But your numbers really do tell the story of your business. It really does.
Okay. All right. So how do you talked about your children, and I know you are are really into your husband. So how do you balance your personal life with the demands of running a business?
Yeah. So now it's easier. But in the beginning, like I was the laptop mom. I would take my laptop with me. I could work from anywhere. You weren't going to tie me to a desk, or I have, like, the old way of accounting was you go to the client's office and you do the work at the client's office. Well, why? So that's how I balanced it in the beginning. And now that I have a team, I'm teaching and training them to do it the way that I do it, which means I got to get it out of my head and into some type of framework so that they can follow.
Exactly.
So internal roadmaps and external roadmaps. That's how we do it.
So I love that you have had this experience going from your kids being babies, starting off. And what I see now is that because you have this team, you can mentor beyond the finances. You can mentor your clients with getting their teams in place and what to look out for and what mistakes you've made so that they don't make the same mistakes. And okay, I see you.
Yes.
I see you.
So not only are you getting a financial wizard in Mitchell Consulting, but you are getting practical experience from the owner, right? Because I've been there. I know where you're trying to go. I've been there. And like you said, there were pitfalls and hurdles that I had to overcome. And I'm also, Toni, an introvert.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that up front. And you're definitely an introvert, but you push through and you do have to do no matter what. So I want you, when you come to the conference and you're speaking to the audience, please make sure you say that part.
Yes.
So, well, here's my last question. So what quote inspires you?
So there's a quote. So if you see on my wall there, it says, do what you love. I'm very passionate about that. Do what you love right there. But there is a quote by Oprah Winfrey that I really do like. And it says, passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Do what you love. And that's by Oprah Winfrey.
I love that. And
Yes.
it explains a lot about why you and I both love what we do. Even though you and I are both in the areas that people don't love about business.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't love the numbers and they don't love the marketing.
No, that's true.
But we are very passionate about it because we live it. Plus, it gives us energy. So
it does.
Definitely. Well, tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
Sure. You can go to my website. It's at mitchellconsultingservice.com, or you can follow us on Instagram at Mitchell Consulting and Facebook at Mitchell_consulting.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I'm so excited that you're part of the Viral Networking Conference, a part of this book project, and likely to be a part of my life going forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Toni. I appreciate it.
This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
At Forever Forward Financial, our mission is to teach people how money works, thus assisting families and business owners to learn how to make more money, save more money, grow their money, and keep it all safe. We believe people need to have financial goals and build a financial foundation for their future. To schedule your free 2-hour consultation, call 727-422-7761 or email foreverforwardfinancial@gmail.com.